We are a house of sickies today, but that will not stop us from getting the necessary things done. So let's go ahead and get this all sorted out and see what we were able to recover from the bins this weekend. Welcome to the Frugal Family. If we're just meeting for the first time, my name is Julie. I'm the Frugal Mama. I have been dumpster diving and living frugally for the last 10 years to supplement our family's income and to finance our dreams, our passions, and quite a bit of travel. If you're of a like mind, consider hitting that subscribe button and for sure the bell notification. You don't want to miss what's coming up. 1, 2, 3. 3 boxes of the powdered donuts. Where's the date? Normally, I don't have a hard time finding it. Well, I guess we'll find out when we try them. Anyway, those, and then a couple of packages of minis, strawberry creams, and vanilla creams. Sorting patterns and dumpster treasures to get ready to show them all to you guys in an orderly fashion, watching scary movies. I'm getting a little nervous. I'll explain. So, I am sick. I have a sinus infection. I thought it was just a cold and that it was like easing up, but it's not. Anyway, so I'm sitting here working because I'm sick of laying down. So before this Dayquil wears off, I'm up and about, right? I'm getting this stuff done and recording this video. But I noticed there's a car that has been sitting outside, parked the wrong way and facing my house. And it's been there for like a half hour. And my husband just happens to not be here at the moment, picking up an extra shift. And it's those moments where you're like, is this just some rando that needed to pull over for whatever? Or what? Got everything sorted. Here is the bag of pellets, weighted stuffing beads. I went ahead and taped that up. And that way we can put it with our crafting supplies for when I've figured on a project to use it for. I've got all of the patterns sorted by like size and brand and style. I wasn't aware of this when I was salvaging them and even when I started organizing them, but they're all a bunch of different brands. Like across all of this, there's a ton of different brands and I'm not used to that. Normally it's like we'll get a huge load of Simplicity or a huge load of McCall's or a huge load of New Look. But this, it's like all kinds of random stuff. Like I've never even heard of this Marcy Tilton. Never heard of it. And I don't know, these must be like kind of designer names, but these ones over here are all a variety of Vogue patterns, but with different like very easy and then options and some designer name. But these ones that are in the bigger package, like, because there's a normal one, these are a much bigger package. These ones are all different designers, like Anne Klein, Tracy Reese, Paco Peralta. Yeah, so a whole bunch of different stuff. I don't know. That's going to be interesting because these are some brands that I am not familiar with. And I'm trying to see if it's like, oh, it is. Okay, so they are Vogue. Ah, okay. Okay, glad we figured that out. So the majority of what we have here then is Vogue. What about these? Yeah, these too. So, well, you know what? That makes sense because like I said, normally it's like one brand and we'll get a big load of them. And I am going to work on getting these set up on eBay. I know a lot of you are excited about these and interested in these. I'm working on it, guys. I have decided we're going to go ahead and do at least a month-long trial of having an eBay store versus just our regular eBay account so that we can get a bunch more stuff listed and you guys aren't having to wait. We've got some magazines and we're still with Vogue. So these are Holiday Glamour and this is Fall into Fashion. So I have not looked these up yet to see if they have any resale value. We shall see. This is the other thread bobbin holder. It's missing the two, like my Jam Jams, missing the two pieces there. I have another one that we found that I still need to repair, but I'm thinking even with those two missing racks, this is still awesome. Yeah, you could still store thread on there. So I might do that with mine, or I don't know. I might just offer this out to someone else. We'll see. We have a couple of signs. There is the spring one. I think they're all spring. Well, maybe not. They just have kind of a spring look. This is the one that it looks like it's made out of like pallets, which is, you know, kind of a thing right now. This board needs to be reattached, but that will not be hard at all. So actually, the whole thing needs a little work, but we do that kind of stuff all the time. Every family has a story. Welcome to ours. Oh, that's lovely. That's sweet. I think I'm going to keep this one once I have repaired it. So as I'm just totally busting it apart. Stay tuned for that. On one of our Saturday update videos, I will show you the repaired result and where it ends up living in our home. There is this little wreath. Haven't decided yet. Look at this, 30 bucks. Is someone actually going to pay 30 bucks for this? Are you kidding me? Anyway, it says it's a candle holder. You could also put it on the wall just as a wreath. I don't know yet, so stay tuned to see where that ends up. There is some fabric, some fleece pieces, kind of scraps that'll work great for doll blankets and scarves and things. You know, we do American Girl dolls and Barbies, so these will be used. And then there's a whole bunch of pieces of purple tulle, and they're really some pretty small pieces. So the things that I had originally thought of, which was like fairy skirts and stuff like that, this is not going to work necessarily for that, but I have some other ideas. So stay tuned. I'm just going to throw one out there real quick, and that is putting some of this, stuffing it into like a clear vase, like a pillar vase, and, you know, tucking in some LED twinkle lights. That's just, you know, one thought as like centerpieces for, say, a wedding reception or something, but plenty more ideas floating around in my head. So we'll talk about that on another video. Over here, we've got the little bud vase, and I wanted to show you, yeah, $10 was what they wanted for it. Yeah, it's just funny to me, the prices they put on things that I just absolutely would not pay. But it's got a chip right there and a chip right there, but not a problem. This, I already have a home in mind for it. Then we've got some lovely beads. Looks like they just probably lost the packaging, but yeah, awesome. Are you guys interested in beads? They're not something I do very often anymore just because of the shipping. Beads do not qualify for media mail shipping like the things that I regularly sell, like patterns and magazines. And so these are not something I sell very often. But if I were to do smaller, you know, groupings of beads like this, it might be feasible. I don't know. If you guys are interested, then I will explore that possibility. There's a little metal bottom to like a water bottle or Coke or whatever. Not sure what to do with that. If all else fails, it'll go in metal scrap. We have some more Mardi Gras beads, some beautiful gift bags. Look at the glitter. Look at that. Oh, I love glitter. These will go up into our gifting station in the attic, as will this really pretty kind of wedding style tissue paper. We never buy gifting supplies. It's all provided by the bins. We have some wet foam for future flower arrangements. There is this chicks with wigs, dozens to collect. And it's just a cute little bird with a wig thing. This actually would be a really cute Easter decoration. So we'll see. This is Hildy and Joe brand. And this one, I don't know why this was thrown away. It looks, yeah, Everything's there. Maybe they discontinued it or something, but it's just a clasp for a necklace or bracelet. Some broken glasses. I've been collecting these for an art project that I am working on, so I'll just add that to what I already have. A package of gloves. They look pretty clean, but we'll go ahead and wash them. I have several other pair of gloves that we found last weekend, and those have been washed, and I will add them to our glove and hat basket that we have in the front room. There are these jars, and these are probably, yeah, for sure. These are my favorite of what we found this weekend. Obviously, it was a 4-pack. One of them broke, so they threw the whole thing away, and we are happy to have them. And then finally, last but not least, a police tactical vest, which is awesome because some of you will remember that in the Zurcher's bin after Halloween this year, we found all of those police costumes, like police officer costumes. So like hats and different things. This could definitely be added to something like that, and, a whole like ensemble outfit put together with that for Halloween or dress ups or, like hero day or role model day, stuff like that. There's always a reason to dress up. Yeah. Always. And we have plenty of stuff to dress up with. That is all I have got for you, Frugal friends. We will talk more about, well, let's just talk about it for a sec. Okay, so we can talk a little bit more about this tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Thursday and we'll have our live stream. And after we get through kind of our eBay content, we can discuss this a little. But yeah, I am a little nervous. We have all these things that we have put in place, precautions that we take for privacy and safety, specifically because we have children, and putting our lives out on YouTube. Yeah, it scares me. I had watched this guy, Omar Gosh. He's got a pretty big channel. I haven't watched him in a while, so I'm not up to date on what's going on with him. Some of you probably are. But he had some horror stories of people showing up on his lawn, like in threatening ways and doing all kinds of just this harassment and things. And obviously I don't want that for my family. It's a tricky thing because obviously I like building relationships with our YouTube viewers and subscribers, of course. And we're all part of this community, but at the end of the day, we really don't know each other unless, those of you that actually do like know us outside of YouTube. And I know there's a lot of you, but beyond that, it's YouTube and the whole internet thing. It's a funny thing. And as a society, we're still learning, how to manage this beast that has been created and has just blown up and is just such a part of our everyday lives, but kind of a scary part of our lives, And when it comes to, when you have kids, you got to be extra careful. A lot of you have mentioned, and some of you have noticed and, maybe not mentioned, that my kids are not featured on the channel very much anymore. Used to be, my kids were on like every video and we recorded everything. Well, we're coming up on our 2-year anniversary and we've had to learn. We've had to learn as we've gone along that for our privacy and safety, we just can't. There was too much exposure for my kids. And we had gotten some letters in the mail and messages and comments and different things that were harassing and hateful and cruel and just horrible things. And they weren't going after me. They were going after my kids. You can say whatever in the hell you want to say about me. I can take it. I don't care. I don't care. I'm 37. I'm done trying to, please people or, get in with the popular crowd or fit into any kind of box. Nope, I'm gone, done with that. Jumped that ship a long time ago. My babies, on the other hand, that's a different story. So, a lot less exposure, with my kids, because at the end of the day, none of this matters as much as my kids, you know? So it's tricky stuff. And I feel like at least in the last, 6 months, we've done a pretty darn good job at maintaining boundaries, as you have to. But where we had someone just sitting outside there for a long time, and I didn't want to call 911 because it wasn't an emergency, but the local police station was closed, so I couldn't call the non-emergency number. And it was just a disturbing, distressing kind of feeling. And I'll be honest with you, yeah, last night I really was thinking, screw it, we're done, we're out, we're done. We can keep doing our dumpster diving and making our efforts, but we're out of, the public sphere. We're out, we're done. That's where I was at. And don't freak out on me. We're not jumping ship, all right? But it's something that we're definitely talking about, and having to consider and weigh all of our different options and things, and trying to decide our mission of saving and salvaging, and kind of spreading this message of, anti-consumerism and, the waste, and trying to make people aware and trying to influence change. Is that mission worth risking my family through media exposure and stuff like that? No, it isn't. In the grand scheme of humanity, yes, definitely, because, you want to benefit the many, but they're my kids. And my number one job is keeping them safe. So these are things that we are discussing here at home and talking about. And at the very least, obviously, tightening things up even more, privacy and safety wise, as we continue being on YouTube for however long we continue. Please don't. I know a lot of you love my kids, and you've been so sweet to my kids. The majority of people have just been wonderful to my kids. But because of, a few bad eggs and a few kind of sketchy, unnerving situations and messages and letters and things, yeah, we just have to tighten that up. Wish I could share them more with you, because I know that so many of you get so much joy from being a part of their life, and I hate to take that away. And they, love their YouTube family, but you understand. I know you do, especially if you have kids, grandkids. You know what I'm talking about. You can't be too careful anymore. All right. Sure appreciate you. Thank you for your continued support and kindness and patience with us as we learn. There's no real handbook for YouTube that applies to everybody. There's no real handbook for dumpster diving and for being public with your dumpster diving. There's really not. And so we are learning as we go, and we will make mistakes, and we'll do good things, and all of it is a learning curve. So thank you for being a part of it and being patient and supportive throughout. We're so grateful. All right. Have a marvelous day. We will see you all tomorrow, 4 o'clock, for our live stream, where we will be discussing in depth how to price your items when you're selling them on eBay. See ya.